What's going on, people? We are back again for another post-match review. Manchester United just beat Rangers 2-1 at home at Old Trafford. I'm live right after the game. I'm about to go live on the United stand. So if you see this, I don't know, this might come out in like an hour. The game's literally just finished, so I'm recording it straight away. I'm going to try and upload it as quickly as possible. But Man United did just win 2-1. There's a few things I want to talk about. I'll be honest, the game was a bit of a ball fest for the majority. If I'm being so honest, it was a bit of a ball fest. There's a few things that we can go into, but anyway, first of all, let me know in the comments what you thought about the game, and also any disagreements on what I think, and also if you agree on what I think as well. Now, the first thing I want to say is Bruno Fernandes. Bruno Fernandes, Mr. Inevitable. It was bound to happen. Like if you could have said to me, put £1,000, put your whole house on Bruno Fernandes, or put your whole house on one player to get the winning goal, who am I going to pick? Picking Bruno. I'm picking Bruno. And yeah, again, he's come up with a winning goal or just something that has just helped us to get through this game. He did the same thing against, I think it was Arsenal for the Martinez goal, the assist. He did the same thing for the goal against Arsenal, actually. And he got the assist, I think maybe Liverpool, I can't remember. But it's time and time again. Yeah. And I know there are certain things about Bruno which are frustrating, and we're not going to pretend that, he's the most perfect player in the team. He's not. But when he's coming up with things like this, it's hard to get onto him. It's hard to make it seem like he's the problem. It's hard to make it seem like he needs to go and that he's hindering the team. Let's be very honest. If he wasn't playing today, we wouldn't have been a better team. We probably wouldn't have won. And you know what? And to be fair, for the most part, I don't actually think United played that bad. I think we were still a little bit open in the midfield. We still need to sort that out. There were times where, whenever we lose the ball in the midfield, it's like they're guaranteed a chance. The opposition is guaranteed to get a shot on goal. There was a time where I think Collier lost the ball in midfield, and straight away they would. And I know obviously Collier is one of the deeper midfielders, so naturally he's going to be one of the last men. But it was like in a space of like 5 seconds, they were already through and going and had a shot against Bayern there. The same thing happened again later on in the game, and the ball's gone over and they've had that like volley and he's gone straight at Bayern there and he saved it again. To be fair, that's two good save from Bayern there. I'm going to get onto him in a second as well. But in that midfield, fair, Collier played well, and I actually think he's putting in a good little audition, for his place in the team, because I do think he is actually bringing something important. He's good on the ball. Yes, he did make that little error early on in the game, but after that, I don't think he really put a foot wrong. So I'm going to give a bit of credit to Collier and Eriksen as well. I thought his link-up play, there was a point in the game where him and Ahmad had like a little 1-2, and Ahmad was almost through on goal, but I don't think it led to anything. But I think Eriksen did well as well in that midfield. But I mean, Ricky says it all the time. If you watch United stand, you know what I'm talking about. Ricky says it all the time. We need another man in that midfield. And it is true. It is true. We do need somebody else in that midfield, whether it's one of the 10s, to either put in some work rate and get back when we need them, get behind the ball, or to just sit back and, not necessarily sit deep, but just be behind the ball, just in case. So then when we do lose possession, or when we are trying to win the ball back, you've got somebody else there, an extra body to cover that space, because we don't have a lot of midfielders that cover a lot of ground. We have Ugarte and we have Collier. They're really the only two midfielders that I can say cover quite a lot of ground. But other than that, they don't really have a lot. So, I think, that's my opinion on the midfield. I think going forward now, Ahmad, I think another good game. I mean, can't really complain about Ahmad. He put in that cross for Garnacho late on in the game, and Garnacho hit the post. At first, I thought, you know what, it's a bit harsh, because I thought he came at him quick. He tried to take a touch, and then I thought he got clear up the line. But when I saw it, watched it a few more times, probably could have done a bit better. But Garnacho is a real talking point, let's be honest. I actually don't think he had a bad game. And my thing with Garnacho is, it's always the end product. Like, he gets in the right positions, he takes on players, he can put in crosses. He had that cross that he put in for Bruno, and Bruno's, what? Oh, he got saved. I think he got saved, yeah. And I think he does that very well. He gets into good positions. He can take on his man and put in a cross, and he can cut inside. But then he cuts in and he shoots, and it goes straight to the keeper. Or he cut in and shoot and it go over the bar. And it's like, if that end product was a little bit better, if he was just a little bit better at finishing, if he had that killer shot with his right foot where he cuts in, and it's like every time he cuts in, it's a problem. He could be such a dangerous player, and I still think he can do that, because that's probably the bit where you can learn more as you get older. If that makes sense. You're gonna get better at finishing as you get older, but the difficult part getting in the right positions, making the right runs. He does that very well, and I think in a decent game. It's just it was a bit wasteful, output wise, a bit wasteful. Probably could have got a goal today, maybe even an assist. But yeah, in my opinion, if someone said to me, "Do you want to keep that player at the club?" Yeah, I do want to keep that player. However, if you said to me, "But someone's offering 70 million," I can't. It's hard to say no to 70 million. I'll be honest, 70 million for that player. I don't know, but I would still want to keep him at the club. He's good enough to play for the club. Now, in terms of the striker situation, I'm still on this whole. We don't have a good enough striker, regardless. Whether it's Highland or Xerxes, we don't have a good enough striker. I think Xerxes today, he was all right. He had a few good, yeah, he had points on the game where he was good, but I just don't. There's just not a goal scorer there. I don't see a goal coming from Xerxes. Like I just don't see it. There's times where we've gone down the line and a ball's been put in the box or a cross has been put in the box, and there's just no one there. Even if Xerxes is there, he's just not in the right place. He just seems like an easy player to defend against when it comes to crossing. I can't imagine him getting headers on the ball, even though he's pretty tall. I can't imagine him like diving in and gambling front post or anything like that, or fighting off his defender physically. I can't see Xerxes doing that, and yeah, I think it's a bit. It just means that we don't have a real out and out goal scorer in Highland. Yeah. I mean, I don't even remember what he did when he came on the pitch. That's how his cameo felt. I don't remember what he did. So, but yeah, moving on a bit further back, Harry Maguire, you're lucky. Harry Maguire, you are very, very lucky because that, first of all, the missed header, open header. I'm sorry, I don't care if you're a defender. You're probably the best header on our team. If anybody on that pitch was, needed to get on out of that header or that cross, it had to be you, and it was you, and you missed the target. It's poor. And then the goal, again, not checking his shoulder, missing the header, poor from Maguire. But you got saved. So I'll allow him. I thought Euro had a decent game. Even though he got taken off, I thought he had an alright game. And Martinez, a great cross. That's one of the things about Martinez that nobody can really question too much, that he does put in a good cross. He can put in a good ball. He can split the lines. He can put the ball in them channels. I think even the City game to Ahmad, it was Martinez who put the ball in behind to Ahmad to get us that winning goal. So, got to credit to Martinez there. He did well. Where else? Bayern there. Now, this is an interesting conversation. Does Bayern there start against Fulham? It's a good conversation. I said on, when did I say it now? I said it on maybe one of my last videos or on the United stand. Onana's made one too many mistakes for me to see him as a long-term keeper, in my opinion. But Bayern has done well. He's done well today. He was clean, safe. And that's what you really want, just someone who's reliable. The conversation is, would you start Bayern there against Fulham? I don't know. Let me know in the comments. But yeah, I'm about to go live, so let me know everything that you thought about this game, and I'm going to see you on the next video.